Hey everyone, it's Liz Cort. If you're just logging on, just hang tight. Give me about another 30 seconds. Just going to make sure that everybody can see my screen and hear me. Just going to wait for the OK from my main man, Rich Finnegan, here on my cell phone. Just hang tight. Hey guys, about another 30 seconds, just getting the technology squared away. Just hang tight, we're about to get rolling. Thanks. Awesome. Okay, great. So I got the go-ahead from Rich. It looks like you guys can see and hear me, which is awesome. So welcome to tonight's webinar. It's called AdvoCare for Athletes. And I'm extremely excited to spend about the next 25 to 30 minutes or so with you guys tonight. What's super cool is that we have about 1,000 people that have registered for tonight's webinar. And we have people from all different backgrounds. We've got coaches, we have trainers, athletic trainers, some athletes themselves on the line, and then we also have some parents of athletes on the line. So, we're hoping that something tonight will help you guys understand a little bit more about AdvoCare and why so many professionals like myself and other trainers and coaches across the country choose AdvoCare, not only for their own bodies, but for that of their clients and their athletes, and why it's used so widely at the Olympic and the professional levels. So before we get going, I'm going to give a quick little shout out. We have two special groups on the line tonight. We have people from the NBA select teams, and we also have people from the Rhode Island Breakers AAU clubs on. So we're psyched to have you guys on and kind of listening into tonight's webinar. So let's dive right in. I'm Liz Cort, and for those of you that don't know me, I'll give you a little bit of my background to bring a little bit of credibility to this call. But back in my days, my heydays in high school, I was a tri-sport athlete. I played basketball, softball, and field hockey. And basketball ended up becoming a passion of mine, and so I went on through the AAU circuit and played with the Rhode Island Breakers all through high school. And then I ended up earning a scholarship to the College of St. Rose, which is a Division II school in Albany, New York. And I played for 4 years there, had the honor of competing at the Elite Eight Championships in Division II. I ended up meeting the love of my life. He was also on the men's basketball team there. And then I went on and got my MBA from Bryant University. And my first business as an entrepreneur actually was teaching junior high and high school girls how to get better at their basketball skills and their game, learn how to lift weights and eat properly, and help them earn their way into college as well through a scholarship or some financial aid. So it was a big part of my life. And then, life kind of shifted. I got married. I had these two beautiful little babies here that you see in the middle. And I went into the corporate world for 7 years. I was in pharmaceutical sales. And I'll give you the quick version for the sake of time, but the corporate world really wasn't a great fit for me. I didn't enjoy driving these two beautiful boys to daycare 5 days a week. So what I decided to do is I resigned from my six-figure corporate job, and 2 years ago I opened up a gym in my hometown in New York. And I decided it was going to be an opportunity for me to make my own schedule and be around my boys more, but also get back to my roots and passion for helping people get healthy and get fit, and teaching athletes how to just perform better and reach optimal levels. So before I dive into why AdvoCare for me as a trainer, you can see from my pictures here that for the first time in my life, once I had my boys, I struggled with weight gain. I gained 55 pounds with each of my children. And I was actually able, through the AdvoCare product line, to get back into being an athlete in a different fashion here, but getting back onto the competitive stage and compete just 11 months postpartum in the best shape of my life. And much of that was using the AdvoCare's Performance Elite product line that we're going to talk about tonight. So one of the big things for me, guys, when I was looking for a product line to be able to suggest and refer to my clients, I needed to know a couple things. I needed to know it was safe. I needed to know it worked, and I also needed to know the reputation behind the company that I was in turn going to put my reputation behind. So I started doing some research, and in July 2012, I got introduced to this company called AdvoCare. Had never heard about it, but I'm going to help you guys understand some of the reasons that I ended up landing on this company. And 2 years later, it's been incredibly game-changing for us as just athletes and basketball junkies, but also for our clients and the athletes that we work with across the country. So let's dive into AdvoCare itself. So from a whole, AdvoCare has 4 different product lines. And what's cool about this company is that if you're just looking for general wellness, we can help you there. If you're just looking for maybe some better energy levels or solutions, we can help you with what we have is called our active line. And maybe it's weight loss. Maybe you need to lose some weight, and we can help you with that with our trim line. But tonight we're really going to spend the majority of the time on this Performance Elite product line. And this is truly what, in my eyes, differentiated this AdvoCare company amongst many of the other companies on the market that I had been approached by. It is just a game-changing, really differentiating product line. And this is one of the main reasons that a lot of the Olympic athletes and pro athletes are using AdvoCare. I had the pleasure of coaching about a group of 40 women last year. We took this crew down to Tampa, Florida, and we trained these women as athletes for a total of 12 weeks. And what we did is we put them on a nutritious meal plan, and that's one of the other facets to AdvoCare that I truly loved, was that this company places such a value on teaching the athlete how to eat properly, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later. But we help these ladies learn how to eat 5 to 6 meals, proteins, carbs, good fats, so that they could perform optimally. Then we added in some of the AdvoCare Performance Elite products for pre and post workouts and during workouts. We rolled down to Tampa and we had, AdvoCare suitcases full, and it truly helped these women just achieve awesome peak levels and perform in ways that they never thought were possible before we started this 12-week journey. So it was a lot of fun, but we've had some really great experience with this Performance Elite line, and this is just one example. So I'm hoping many of you guys will know who this next athlete is, but if you don't, or if we have any CrossFitters on the line, I think that you will truly love to see this.
Winning a championship takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use AdvoCare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for to play at a championship level. Are you looking for results? AdvoCare. Use it. The pros do.
Okay, so every time I see that, I get kind of chills, because this is the company that, I'm using the products, I'm suggesting it to my clients and athletes, and we have people like Drew Brees talking about AdvoCare and using the products. For my CrossFitters, I'm going to show you our main man, Rich Froning, in a little bit. Had the wrong video there, but you still kind of get the idea of, who's behind this company called AdvoCare in our main man, Drew Brees there. So let's move forward and talk about the why. You guys may have been urged to jump on this tonight from a friend, a coach, someone who is really, truly passionate about AdvoCare, but let's talk about why AdvoCare amongst all the other options. You're going to start to see AdvoCare. It's going to become a household name. There's no question or doubt about it. Some of the big things that people want to know is it safe? Does it work? And what's their access to this product line? And so let's dive into my favorite part, talking about the safety and the efficacy of these products. Okay, so one of the big things that we all need to know as professionals, coaches, trainers, parents of athletes, we need to know that these products are safe, and that we can do what we need to do and help our athletes build stamina, have better endurance, maybe add some lean tissue to their frames, stay hydrated, recover optimally, but not at the risk of giving them substances that are going to, jeopardize their athletic career. So, one of the things that AdvoCare does that I absolutely loved was this informed choice testing program. Just so you guys know, it's not mandated in the fitness and supplement industry that products are tested. And so what AdvoCare does is they contract with this third-party vendor called Informed Choice. And this company tests the AdvoCare products for over 250 banned substances to ensure and give athletes and coaches peace of mind knowing that we can help our athletes perform better and get the results that they're looking for, but not by giving them substances that are considered banned for athletic competition. So that was something that, AdvoCare contracts with this company, not because they have to, but because it's the right thing to do for their athletes, their clients, their people involved in helping these athletes get better performance, but it's also part of their reputation and integrity that this company has had for well over 22 years. This was huge for me in feeling comfortable giving this product and suggesting it to my athletes. Okay, now I told you I came from a pharmaceutical background, so when I looked at this company, my levels of skepticism were pretty high. I'm also married to a state trooper, so talk about skepticism. I did my research, and I looked at this company through and through, and I tried to find holes in the company, and I truly couldn't. What I loved about this AdvoCare company was that the entire product line is formulated by some of the best scientists and medical professionals that you can find. And these guys right here sit on our medical advisory board. And for the sake of time tonight, I won't go too much into some of their backgrounds, but what I would encourage you to do is just look up these guys, Google these guys, and see some of the medical colleges that are named after these guys and some of the developments that they have produced. And they're just truly incredible doctors that are willing to put their reputation, their credentials, up for this AdvoCare company that really spoke volumes to me in terms of the integrity and the credibility and just peace of mind knowing who is creating these products. Now, if we have any coaches or trainers on the line here tonight, some of this may resonate with you, but we also have what's called a sports advisory council, and we have some incredible individuals, CSCS, strength and conditioning coaches, people with exercise science and physiology backgrounds and degrees that sit on our board. And what they do is they are really a liaison from the sports community back to our medical and advisory team who are formulating the products, and they give us research and knowledge and suggestions so that AdvoCare can really stay on the cutting edge of helping athletes perform optimally and help AdvoCare fill the gaps of where the needs are in the athletic community. Again, being a former athlete and junkie, this really spoke volumes to me again as just another level of credibility for this AdvoCare company. So now let's talk a little bit more about these actual products and why so many of these professionals are using them. If I'm helping an athlete understand what AdvoCare is about, and I let them know that there are some top-level world-class athletes using these products at the pro level and Olympic level, a lot of times it just helps the athlete kind of bring credibility to what we're talking about and who we're dealing with. And so some of these might resonate more with you than one or the other, but everybody knows Drew Brees, and everybody knows that these athletes could get product from anywhere. These athletes endorse AdvoCare. They are not paid. What they get is they get product from AdvoCare in turn for their endorsement. But I truly believe that these athletes, being at the levels they are, they really could approach any company and get product. They use AdvoCare because they like the results. It's safe and it's peace of mind knowing at the high levels that they compete at that they're not going to be disqualified because of one of the AdvoCare products that they put in their body. Just super important stuff. And this, again, just really hit home to me when I was doing my research. Okay, here we go, CrossFitters. Here's our main man, Rich Froning.
Winning takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use AdvoCare products.
Why?
Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for, to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? AdvoCare. Use it. The pros do.
Just so cool. It's really cool. to just see these athletes that use these products. Okay, so now I do want to dive in. You've heard a little bit about the why of AdvoCare, the safety, the science, some of the Olympic athletes, but I really want to help you guys kind of understand the components of our Performance Elite products. And so what I did here for you is I broke it out into 3 categories of how I use the products with my athletes. Now, typically what we do is we kind of lump them into what's called pre-workout or pre-competition or pre-training. And what these products here are designed to do is help the athlete have just better endurance levels, help their body turn over oxygen at a faster rate, maybe help them build a little bit of lean tissue, have better energy levels, better plyometric and explosive output. So here are some of the products that you could kind of go to if you're looking for those things for your athletes or your own body or performance. The other category is called during. This is what I do with my athletes during competition or practice or game days. I help them stay hydrated with our Rehydrate product, which has electrolytes and fast-acting carbohydrates. And then also Biocharge and Biotune. It has anti-inflammatory properties to help with joint and kind of reduce some of the inflammation that pounding on our bodies, over time can do. The other kind of component here with our athletes is what we call post-workout or post-competition, post-game, post-practice. It's really important that after we work out, we do a couple things to our body. I mean, number one, we break down a lot of lean tissue. It doesn't matter what you're competing in, you're gonna damage some of that lean tissue and break it down. So it's important that we build it back up so that it can repair and sustain on our bodies. And we do that through our muscle gain, which is our whey protein complex. The post-workout recovery is another fantastic one that we help our athletes with. That's going to help bring their glycogen storage right back up after they train, which is basically putting carbohydrates into their system. And that's going to help them recover faster, get the amino acids shuttled to their body. It's also going to help reduce soreness, which is a big deal. We want our athletes to be able to perform hard day in and day out and not have to sit out because they're sore and they can't compete at that high level from a training the day prior. And then also nighttime recovery is a great product at bedtime that also helps with a lot of those similar properties. So I'm not going to go too much into specifics tonight. I'm going to allow you to just reach to your AdvoCare coach or mentor who kind of told you to jump on tonight's training so that you can really pick their brains about some of these specific products and what your goals are for performance, really convey that with them, and then they can help put together a custom kind of blend of what'll help you. They're all designed to be stacked together, these products, and that's kind of the beauty of the AdvoCare products. Depending upon your goals, your coach is going to help you pick and choose what product's going to be most optimal for you. But I do get a lot of questions on, where do I start an athlete? And is the 24-day challenge appropriate for athletes? And here's what I'll tell you. Over the years of coaching athletes and being a trainer in this industry, it's very common that athletes do not understand how to eat right. And so where I start a good majority of my athletes is I start them with the 24-day challenge. And what we do is called a 24-day athlete challenge. And so what this 24 days does is it puts them on a nutritious meal plan that teaches them how to eat 5 to 6 meals a day. It teaches them how to have complex carbohydrates, proteins, and good fats into their body. Because remember, food is fuel. And so if our athletes are, not eating right, not getting the optimal amounts of protein and carbs in their system, eating 1 to 2 meals a day, how are they going to go out and perform well on the field or the court? They're not. And so we need to teach these athletes that it's not just about products, it's about proper nutrition. And I truly loved that about this company, that they place so much value on the nutrition component. So what we do with the AdvoCare Challenge is we get our athletes on it. We teach them how to eat right through that meal program. We get some of these other supplemental products in here that you see, the Spark and omega-3s in here and vitamins and minerals and antioxidants to just dump into their system and kind of fill some of those nutritional gaps where the food is deficient. And then what we do for our athletes is we custom blend some Performance Elite products for them to take pre-practice or post-practice or pre-game or post-game. So this truly becomes an athlete's performance challenge, and that's where they learn the staples on how to eat for the rest of their life and how to eat now so that they can perform at great levels, and then where and when product plays a role and how it can help them reach those peak levels. So I start a lot of my athletes on the Athlete's 24-Day Challenge. Now, I know that there are probably some parents on the line or some coaches on the line that work with athletes that you're not sure if they're able to take the AdvoCare products based on their age. So one of the beautiful things about this company is they're very transparent. They give you tons of resources, and I'm going to show you where you can access all of this information in a minute. But we have what's called a AdvoCare product, pregnancy, and nursing indication guidelines. So go on and check out the products. If you have a specific product in question that you want to see if your athlete or someone you're coaching can take or have based on what the indications are from a medical team, go right online, look it up, and it's going to show you here. So some of the products are indicated all the way down to 4 years old. Many of them are 18, some are 12, but you can go on there and kind of do your research as well. So now I've got about 3 more slides, and I'm going to close this out. I told you guys 30 minutes, so we're going to be right on track. One of the ways that I kind of like to help my parents of athletes or help the coaches that I'm working with understand the other cool aspect of AdvoCare is this. Before AdvoCare, I wasn't really able to offer my clients a discount on their supplements. And when you get some athletes or some coaches that are coaching a lot of people and they're looking to take product daily, sometimes twice a day, depending upon their workouts, it's important that you can offer them a wholesale price. And so with AdvoCare, I had that ability for my clients. I'd say about 70% of my clients now are at what's called the wholesale client level. And what happens is number one, you can just purchase products from your coach or someone that has access to these products. You can just purchase them retail, and that's fine. That's full price. Or you can do what's called become a wholesale client, which is just like if you were to shop at a Sam's Club or a BJ's. You would pay a price for the year, and then you'd go in and you'd have wholesale costs. It's the same thing here. You can pay a $79 one-time fee, and then you can become a distributor yourself, and you can get a 20% discount right off the bat. If you love the products as much as we do, that's awesome. I have a 40% discount. My husband and I take so much product that it's incredible to have that level of a discount. So you can always get yourself up to that 40. It's your choice, but the opportunity is there. And I loved the fact that I had this option for my client, and I just present it to them and let them decide what's the best fit for them. Okay, guys, so if you're still sitting here saying, you know what, I like a lot of this, but I kind of want to do a little more research, there's going to be something that you need to see or hear. Maybe just get some products in your body or trust somebody. Trust somebody that you know that's introducing you to AdvoCare because the company's been around for 20 years. The products work. They have a great reputation, great integrity. The Olympic athletes are getting great results, and it's safe. But I would encourage you to do your own research. And if you want to do that, go to advocare.com/science. You'll find access to a lot of the things I talked about tonight, the doctors, the medical team, the science, the informed choice testing program, the age indications and guidelines. So it's kind of at your fingertips, and you're empowered to learn more, get educated, and decide if AdvoCare is a great fit for you. If you're excited about it and want to get product in your body, get it in your athlete's body, you decide you want to help and coach other people with this product line, do reach back to somebody who threw you onto this call. Somebody told you to jump on. Do reach back to them and get in touch with them and set a time to chat more about fitting this into your world or your goals or your lifestyle. So I'm going to close out here on this last slide, guys. AdvoCare's theme and logo is be a champion, right? This is all about being a champion in all aspects of your life. Use it because the pros do, but use it because you want to be a champion and you want to be awesome and excellent. So I hope there's something tonight that helped you guys understand a little bit more about why we're so passionate about AdvoCare. It's used at the highest of levels, and I hope there's something that was piqued your interest to want to reach back to the person that introduced you to this call. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for jumping on tonight.